wanted to talk a little bit about Plaquenil. So, a couple of months ago, I had decided that I had to take it. I just needed it so badly because of how bad my chronic fatigue was. And obviously, since then, my chronic fatigue has pretty much gone. Apart from when I say it's gone, I mean I don't have that horrible feeling of chronic fatigue that I had for the last year. But say I'm binge watching on Netflix late at night. After a while, I start feeling a little bit in my arms or a little bit in my legs, and I know, okay, this is a sign of the fatigue coming on, and then I stop doing what I'm doing. And I mean, that was one example. I can't think of others because I've been pretty good at managing not to do too much. Anyway, so I don't really want Plaquenil as desperately as I wanted it before. And yes, my joints are quite stiff, my knees hurt. I have moments where my eyes might get a bit bothered or I get noise sensitive and all these things. And even when I've been in a lot of pain, and I have been, I mean, there was a time where for 6 months I had this a frozen shoulder. I couldn't sleep at night. I had to sleep with heat pads and stuff, and it's not fun. And I would get really bad migraines. You know, being a photographer, I have to look at pictures on screen. I have to edit pictures, and sometimes even when I'm just looking at one picture, I suddenly get a bit of an eye ache, and I know that that is going to become more like a migraine or something. So I have all these symptoms, but I really feel like I can deal with them. The one that I couldn't deal with was the chronic fatigue and brain fog. And my brain fog is not as good as good as my chronic fatigue has got, but it's still a lot better as well. But it's not as good. But anyway. But still, then you wonder, why do I want to take Plaquenil? And the only reason why I'm thinking about taking it is because perhaps it can halt the progression of Sjogren's, and maybe even sort of, what do they call it, immune modify? And that would be a really good thing. Now I know that a lot of people do have intolerable effects from Plaquenil. They can get really bad migraine headaches and all sorts of things, and they've had to come off it. I know that one of my viewers definitely had that problem. And then I know that some people have had a much better quality of life from taking it. So I want to risk taking it. And then I was actually looking at my recording that I did of my last appointment with my rheumatologist. And I had taken it in, and she had said that I had only once been ANA positive or anti. You know what, I noted all this down and I don't know where it went. I think it's saved on my computer. Anyway, whatever it was, I had the blood test. It was positive years ago. And then the last 2 times that they've taken them, they haven't been positive. None of them. Not my CRP, not my anti-ro. So, I mean, I feel like my symptoms are Sjogren's. But it would be good to know for 100% before I start taking Plaquenil. They were supposed to do a sugars test. Every time I go, they don't do the sugars test, even though they said they will. And that they are only going to confirm that I have Sjogren's with that one test. So I hope that they do it end of this month. Once they confirm that I have Sjogren's, if they confirm I have Sjogren's, I am actually going to discuss taking Plaquenil. And I just want to read a couple of things. I've got 2 descriptions actually from 2 different videos. Both were doctors that the Sjogren's Foundation were interviewing. And also I want to quote some stuff from this book as well. I'm not going to read all of this. I actually recommend this book. I really do recommend it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's useful. Let's see. Okay, for people who don't know what Plaquenil is. Plaquenil, hydroxychloroquine, is an antimalarials. Were first used during World War II because quinine The drug for malaria was in short supply. Scientists discovered that this group of medication could be used successfully for joint pain, etc., etc. For many people, it eases joint pain, fatigue, and dry eyes. While everyone has a different reaction to the medication, generally 2 points emerge about the effectiveness of Plaquenil. Number one, it can help halt the progression of SJS, and number two, it often takes several months to become effective. She has a lot to say here. Oh, Plaquenil is extremely well tolerated in most people, and as we know, it isn't for some people. Recommended. By the way, I noticed that in this book I was saying how medication is always stronger for me. That's why I always take a lesser dose. And she was saying that they found that people with Sjogren's seem to not tolerate, and I think any autoimmune don't tolerate medication as well as others, and that with whatever medication, try to take the lowest at first. She says that somewhere. This is very interesting. She says personal observation indicates that the brand name form of the drug is more easily tolerated than the generic for some patients, who are able to bear the former while rejecting the latter. This could possibly have something to do with the bioavailability of the generic form of the drug, or the sensitivity of the patient to the filler compounds that are used to form it into a tablet. And on and on. I'm not going to read everything. It's probably illegal to read her whole book. I don't know. Obviously, you have to have your eyes checked before and during, at least every 6 months. Of all the drug options currently available, Plaquenil is the only one that has specific actions to down-regulate autoimmune hyperactivity with a minimal effect on normal immunity. So it doesn't suppress your immune system really, it just calms down the immune system. It's not like it's not like when I used to be on steroids and you just caught everything and you have, yeah, so it's not as if your resistance will get lower and you won't catch lots of viruses and colds. So that's one amazingly good thing about it. And then I have a few things I've written here. Sadly, some of it got deleted. But for Plaquenil with fatigue, so one doctor says if the fatigue is caused by the immune system being overactive, this can be helpful. I think this study was in 2017. It was definitely before 2020, and they said that only 33% of physicians had prescribed the medication Plaquenil to their patients. I bet you it's a lot more now. It's one of the only ones I hear about. Okay, so what does it do? So basically we have white blood cells called antigen presenting cells that go to T cells, and these cells tell the T cells to become more active and attack the body in patients in Sjogren's. So in Sjogren's, they tell the T cells to become more active and attack the body. So Plaquenil apparently calms down these antigens, because they become less active and they stop attacking the body. So they stop attacking the glands. I think a lot of people get relief from dry eyes with Plaquenil. I know there's other ones, but I know with Plaquenil they do. When I was listening to my rheumatologist's recording, I remember that I had asked her if Plaquenil does stop the progression of Sjogren's, and she said that for some people it stops it. For some people feel better, some people it doesn't make any difference, some people get worse. She said there wasn't like a concrete of, yes, this will stop the progression. But I guess, everybody's got different things going on in our bodies, and not everything works for us. Just like something as simple as an antihistamine. I mean, I know that I take a certain kind of antihistamine, and I recommended it to a friend who it doesn't work for them at all. So, yeah. Anyway, I only want to try it because I want it to modify my immune system. Now, the other day, I found out that quercetin also modifies the immune system. So of course, me trying to do things naturally, I think I might start taking that. Actually, I'm going to research and see what if there are any side effects of me taking that. But I might start taking that to see if that helps. But I will definitely ask for thorough blood tests. And I know that some people don't have these markers in their blood tests and they still have Sjogren's. I am aware of that. But I just want to have a baseline and see where I'm at and then see what to work with. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. What I'll do is update you on what the rheumatologist says. But if I do decide to take Plaquenil, I will let you know. And I'd rather take it sooner than later. If I have an autoimmune disease that is attacking my body, whether it shows at times or it doesn't show at times, whether I have symptoms at times or I don't have symptoms at times, if that is what's happening internally, that my body is attacking itself everywhere. With Sjogren's, it's absolutely everywhere. It's your organs, it's your glands, it's everywhere. That is the case, that I would like to try to suppress that, to try to modify it. Sorry if this video was a bit all over the place. I hope everybody's having a good day. It is Saturday today, and it is a very, very sunny day. I don't know about you guys, but as of late, I've noticed that I can't tolerate the sun as much. So I went out for a little bit, but I came home to cool down. And I think I'm just going to stay at home and relax. Lots of love to everyone, and see you soon. Bye.